test that they took in whatever state this is. CST, student achievement, from 50%, so that 80% of students are proficient or advanced in math. All other students will make significant progress, moving up one proficiency level from where they started. Students will increase 10% between benchmarks, and then they gave the example. So you see, it's specific because they say what grade, they say what subject. It's measurable because they tell you the percent, where they are, where they want to go. It's ambitious because, I mean, 80% is pretty high coming from 50.
Yeah.
It's results oriented because, again, they lay out what the results should look like, and then they tell you what time it should be done by.
Just says between benchmarks, right?
Yeah. Now, for this program, I do have to have all of my data done by March because that's the cutoff. So whatever we come up with, the data has to be shown and proven by March.
Okay.
Now, that's just to put that in your ear, but we can, in our next meeting, we can kind of focus on the SMART goal, and especially since then, we'll probably have our data by then. I have to fill out a data calendar that looks like this one, not this, that's a PowerPoint that they share with us. I have to have this completed at my first assignment too, where it actually shows you when your assessment window would be, and those are the days that we say, okay, we're going to give the test. The instruction for assessment too. So you see that you're already given the first assessment, but you've already started assessing for the second assessment. Then after we analyze the data for the assessment, you see that the yellow represents our corrective action. And they call it corrective because it can be, oh, well, I'm going to just reteach main idea. No, you obviously the way you taught it the first time, they didn't get it. So you have to be able to come up with what they call corrective to show that you've changed. So I just have to come up with a calendar, and by the time we kind of get all our data and know the tests we're doing, then I can get this done.
And that's all the way through December.
Yeah, well, it starts, this is just the first month, but like I said, we're going to have data calendar from October to March. March is when it will end. Now, the very first thing that we kind of want to say, and I just wanted to do this as like, not really a warm-up, but I found this to be interesting. I did this with my significant other, and it was just amazing because I had no idea he thought like this. Just read real quick and tell me which one you guys agree with. And I'm showing them now the mindsets. You've heard about this? Yeah, it was pretty cool. We had to read a book called Mindset.
You want me to tell you which one I agree with?
Yeah, which one do you strongly and mostly agree with? Or which one do you mostly disagree with? And I was just so amazed that so many people kind of, because you kind of always think people think like you.
I disagree with one for sure.
That's fixed.
Yeah. Let's see. I believe in growth. I think I mostly agree with 4.
4? You were 4? I'm definitely 4, and that's good. That means that we definitely all here on this team have the growth mindset. If anybody kind of is in the 1 or 2, which he was up here, then you kind of just believe. And a lot of our kids are stuck like in these levels. They kind of believe that I've been getting A's, so I'm smart. I'm going to always be smart.
They do.
Or they don't do well, and they just think they're going to fail forever.
Right.
They're never going to do well.
So this was just pretty cool to really just know, why those kids give up or why kids don't really try for the harder or most challenging things, because their mind is kind of already set. And it could change. You can have a different mindset at home with your family or in sports, and then have a completely different mindset when you come in the classroom. So this was just important. You believe that intelligence is static. If you have a fixed mindset and growth mindset, you really believe that can be developed. So the whole point of us bringing this into this program is because we're going to be trying a whole year to make students grow. We're going to constantly continue to make them be more intelligent. We need to have the mindset that they're able to do that. So this is really cool. And if you ever want to do like a motivation video, I'll share these videos with you. And this basically shows a lot of people, especially Michael Jordan and a lot of others. It's a real good clip. It shows like so many people failing in life, but then you see how famous they become to let them see that that failure just didn't mess them all up. But going into that growth mindset, that's definitely a mindset we need to keep in mind this year. What I want us to do is to develop, I say at least 3 to 5 norms that we're going to kind of have every time we come to this meeting. And I have some examples. Which one is this I'm looking at? Okay, sorry. I have printed out some of this stuff. Okay. Here's the norms that we did for our meeting this summer. So it could kind of be something similar. We said that anytime we come together, we're going to start on time, end on time. We're going to be prepared and fully participate. We're going to use technology for learning purposes, meaning, of course, not doing other things. Maintain confidentiality, and then collaborate and challenge each other in constructive ways. So I wanted us to create at least 3 norms that we could kind of agree to every time we come together.
Different from these?
Yeah.
Or relative?
They could be relative, just so you could kind of get an idea.
Okay. Okay.
You guys have any in mind? And I can send out a draft, and we could kind of. I'm supposed to be typing up minutes, but I think I'm writing them down.
The start on time, end on time.
Okay.
And I really like to challenge each other, like, but instead of saying it like that, maybe like always thinking outside the box, like not kind of with a growth, I guess with the growth mindset of.
Right.
All right, so start on time, end on time, always think outside the box.
And the collaboration, challenging each other, sharing whatever knowledge we find about instruction or helping kids to grow. That should be shared during this time.
Collaborate and share. Okay.
And I really like to be prepared.
Me too.
Because I think things are much more productive if
Right.
like you already know what you're gonna talk about and what you want to present versus coming and thinking about it then.
Okay. So we agree on starting on time and ending on time. And are we agreeing? We could start off by saying bi-weekly, and then we could change it to monthly if we feel that's okay. So bi-weekly is Tuesdays okay?
Right.
Tuesdays I have the club. The
what
science
day?
club. Tuesdays.
No, what day do we want to
any other day's fine.
Mondays are team meetings. So Thursday.
And Wednesdays are staff meetings.
That's the 1st and the 4th. So what about, like, can we start off just like the 3rd Wednesday and see where that goes?
Sure.
So let's change it from, so the 3rd Wednesday.
Or we could even, okay.
What would be the end time on Wednesdays?
We can go from 2:20 to 2.
Is it
to
3:20?
3:20.
That's the problem.
3:20 to 4.
Yeah.
3:20 to 4. Always think outside the box. Collaborate and share our knowledge on helping students grow, and then be prepared.
Right. But Verizon had this thing called "Be Here Now."
Oh, okay.
So it means you're just fully present.
I like that.
Time period.
All right. And then the last thing that I want us to do is create some type of vision. So we kind of all are, not really looking at, I've told you the background of the program, our goal, but if we could create some type of vision. I had my students create visions this year, and it changed. I put them up on, and this is my first time doing this, and the leadership program asked me, what have you taken back? And I said, I created a vision statement in my class, and it kind of helped us all just be on the same page. And if you ever are going off, I can call you up. Remember when you said, and they just feel like they're held a little bit more accountable for their actions. The vision statement I printed it out for new leaders. I can share. I shared it with Mr. Smith. I printed it out right before y'all came in. Was there a paper in there? So you can kind of see what. As well, because I definitely printed it out right before y'all came in. The vision for new leaders is real easy. It's a paragraph. They envision a day where there's educational excellence and equity in America, when our country's public schools ensure that every student is prepared for success in college, careers, and citizenship. That's their vision. Very short. It's So we have maybe some bullets, and then I can kind of create something and then email it out. Like, we definitely want to see student achievement, but how can we?
Right.
What I'm envisioning us coming up with a model that can be like duplicated across, even across grade levels. Like if we come up with some strategies to kind of help maybe a certain group of kids move from one level of efficiency to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you can, basically replicate.
So it's kind of like develop strategies that can be used,
Mm-hmm.
or not really used, but helpful. That can be used and helpful.
Right.
Across different grade levels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To improve, or to improve,
Because
what
we're
would
going
be
after
the-
proficiency in reading, is it
Mhm.
right?
like reading of not
Mhm.
efficiency, but like proficiency or
Comprehension,
Mm-hmm.
like helping the teachers and the kids.
their competency, reading competency.
Mm-hmm. To help improve like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with mindset at all?
The main thing for me, I think, for teachers and for kids, because I think they both suffer with this, is not recognizing that all kids can improve
Mm-hmm.
or achieve. The kids not only dismiss themselves, but some teachers are also dismissive
Mm-hmm.
because you think there's a cap on intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And the
almost
reason
like,
why some of them might think that is because they kind of feel that way in their own lives.
Right.
yeah, it's almost like
Mhm.
improving student morale,
Right.
or
I went to that meeting yesterday. I'm going off on a tangent. How many minutes has it been?
12.
Okay.